Hello, I'm Count Orlanderson,
And I'm Booger Dagwood.
and
This is
Count
Kønt and Booger at the movies.
Hello. Today we'll be talking about the woefully terrible film Raiders of the Lost Ark, directed by Steven Spielberg and written, I believe, by Lord Jukas.
Sound right.
Yes, starring Harrison Pontiac, John Rhys Davies, and of course, Alfred Molina as the ethnic man in the beginning.
Is he actually ethnic? I thought he was
He's
white.
I believe he's English.
That's not ethnic.
Well, right away we see racism
Racism.
and whitewashing in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Racism against the tribes people of South America, and whitewashing against Latinos.
Now, we usually review movies that we like. It makes sense. We like the movie. We like talking about it. We both just felt that it was important to discuss this movie because people seem to love it, but, I don't know. I wasn't into it.
The film is tragically pro-colonialism, in that it suggests that agents of capitalism have the right to steal artifacts from underdeveloped nations and bring them back to museums where they exist as curiosities.
And I don't know what the guy from Highlander was doing it.
Yes.
And the Doctor Who?
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Who's him. Mr. Connery, what he was doing in this movie, it didn't make any sense. He's playing the dad, but like,
They're basically the same age.
yeah, it's like based the same age and like the same character. What's the point?
And lest we forget, Sean Connery was James Bond.
Yeah.
And Indiana Jones is clearly a less interesting American version of James Bond.
Yeah. I mean, Indianapolis Jones didn't even have good stunts in it. Like, I saw Jackass and those guys got hurt. This one, no one got hurt in this one. Like,
Nobody.
how are you going to do like a movie like that and nobody gets hurt? It just doesn't make you feel real.
The film is also very clearly pro-Nazi. Even though the Nazis are the villains, they are not truly evil. We do not see the concentration camps. We do not see the ethnic cleansing.
No.
We do not see the genocide such as was perpetrated in places such as Belarus. Instead, we merely see maniacal caricatures of evil, which allows us to think that they are harmless, like a wolf with no fangs.
Now, was this film set in World War II? I think it was, which makes the omission of Nazis that much greater.
Well, the Nazis are there, but they're not being Nazis.
Yeah.
They're likely being movie villains.
That's like if they made Jaws, but instead of a shark, it was like a dolphin.
Flipper.
Yeah, or Flipper or
Yes.
something. That's not a movie. And then they just murder Flipper. That's not a good movie. No one wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see this.
So, like, when you have a Nazis in the movie, you want to see them be like evil. You want to root against them. You want to see them go down and get beaten. And in this one, I don't know, Indiana Jones was just so dull and bland that like you almost root for the Nazis.
Yes.
Even my cousin Bull, who's a Jews for Jesus, rooted for the Nazis.
Yes.
And he's,
There are indeed far more magnetic characters.
far more.
Yes.
You
The film also glosses over the entire continent of Africa by making it seem as though it is a playground for Europeans.
Well, so
Again, pushing its pro-colonialist agenda.
I don't know why this film stands in such high regard. Because everyone I hear talks about it. It's really good. And they're like, you have to see, they're talking to me and they're Kønt and Booger. You guys got to see the second and the third one, but the first one turned me off so much. Is there any reason to see the second and
The
the third?
second one is indeed perhaps even worse.
Even worse? And then there was a third one that I heard was a stinker. And then they made a fourth one, which I heard is a little better.
It has aliens in it.
See, that's already a little better.
Yes.
But, I don't know if I want to watch 3 movies to get to one that's just decent when I can just put Commando back in.
Yes, indeed, or Predator.
or Predator, or a Crack House.
Crack House.
So,
Crack House is a much, much better film
much better
from the perspective of it being more character-driven,
and more realistic.
less kitsch, and more realistic.
So, I guess we'll wrap up with our reviews. This is probably the first film we've done that I can't recommend to our viewers.
Not right. Do not fall into the trap of seeing this film merely because someone highly recommends it. It would be like eating a piece of shit because someone said, "Come try this shit. It's delicious."
I fell for that once, not falling for it again.
Not falling for it again.
And it's not a coincidence they call this Rapers of the Last
In
Fest.
your defense, the shit wasn't a hot dog bun and had relish on it.
Yeah,
They went very far to fool you.
they did, but shit's shit.
It is indeed.
So, yeah.
Thank you for watching. We hope you found this enlightening.